What what's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Good morning. Start to a fresh week. You guys know I absolutely love my Mondays. You know I love my Mondays. Kind of a mixed bag so far today, guys. We got some good news to get into. We're gonna have a look over at Bitcoin, what the week might look like, and Jasmine breakout confirmed. We're gonna get into that as well. So stick around, guys. Let's have a look at the market. Jasmy up 6.5% on the day, 28% on the week, 24.3 on the month, and almost 11% on the year. Up one spot in rank to 83, with almost $1 billion market cap, back up to $962 million market cap, and 100 million in volume. Swiftcoin, a little bit of a correction today, down 8.5% on the day, 14.5% up on the week, 0.5% up on the month, and up 230% on the year. Down 18 spots in rank to 17 spots in rank to 280, $151 million market cap, and 8.12 million in volume. So the volume has kicked in a little bit here so far this morning, guys, as we would expect at the beginning of the week. I'm going to still be doing some dollar cost averaging this morning, though. I'll let you guys know over on the Patreon what I am picking up. Onyx coin down 1.5% on the day, up 11.5% on the week, down 13 on the month, but up 781 on the year. Down 3 spots in rank to 114 with a $594 million market cap and 55 million in volume. And ZBEC down 8.2% on the day, 6% on the week, up 62% on the month, and down 20% on the year. Down 19 spots in rank to 317, $128 million market cap, and almost 24 million in volume. So things are looking pretty juicy. Kind of a mixed bag. I'm going to be doing some buying today, though. Like I said, this is what we save dry powder for, right, guys? This is what we prepare for. All right, let's go have a look at the Bitcoin chart. So Bitcoin fell to the downside of this bull pennant. Oh no. Oh, what are we going to do, guys? What are we going to do? I'm just messing with you guys, okay? I'm just messing with you. Listen, I told you guys over the last 2 days that if we did break to the downside of this bull pennant, I said we could actually come all the way down and retest $101,000, maybe even $100,000. We could retest it. But what matters is not where these candles wick to. It matters where this candle closes. And I think that this candle, I wouldn't be shocked if this candle ended up back up inside this bull pennant before the end of this day, before this daily candle closes. It doesn't close for another 8 hours, right? So got a lot of time left for this candle, 8 hours from the time I'm recording this anyway, for this candle to come back up inside here. And even if it doesn't, it goes from forming a bull pennant to forming more of a bull flag. So either way, we're still inside a bullish structure. Nevertheless, my target remains the same up here at between $112,000 and $114,000. Very, very bullish, guys. Very bullish. So yeah. So that's what I'm watching for on there. Let's check the Bitcoin correlation to the M2 money supply, shall we? And let me just. All right. So correlation remains intact. Everything looks good. Climbing our way up here, guys. Climbing our way up. M2 money supply is kind of slumped a little bit, though. Down just a teeny bit, not much, but you know, I mean, so my big question, what I'm monitoring here is the M2 money supply really going to roll over here into the summer? Like, because listen, here's what it kind of looks like could happen here. Okay. If we continue on the 80-day correlation here with the M2 money supply, it looks like we would peak around July 25th, between July 9th and July 25th. So this is basically July up here. When Bitcoin gets here, this is where July will be, right? We know there's an 80-day stretched ahead 80 days for the M2 money supply for the correlation, right? So we get up here, we're in the middle of July, and then if the M2 money supply rolls over here, I would not be surprised to see August and maybe even September, we see that summertime dump that we normally see just pushed back about a month and a half due to tariffs, right? Because normally what happens is the market starts to fly around March is what was expected, right? March, April, May. And then once you start to get into May and June, you see that summertime dump and we go for about a month and a half, 2 months, we dump and then go sideways, and then things start to pick back up the end of July, beginning of August, right? However, that didn't happen. We ended up getting the run up started in May instead of March. So it's like a month and a half, 2 month pushback on where it normally would have happened. One would speculate due to the tariffs, right? So if that's the case and we see the M2 money supply and we see crypto kind of roll over after July, well, I mean, we'll continue to watch the correlation, but we could see that through August and September, like I said, followed by a resurgence and maybe the blow off top through October, November, maybe even December, right? Maybe a little bit of a Santa rally. So we'll be either way, guys. We will be paying very, very close attention to the correlation between the M2 money supply and many other metrics. All right, let's get into some of the news, shall we? Let's get into some of these news and updates, guys, that you love so much. Before we do, though, quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Biometric Wallet, guys. Get yours today. Use our link down below. Get I think it's like 30% or something like that. Fantastic deal. Get the biometric wallet or the Decent card wallet. I have many of both of them, guys, because they're so cheap and they're so useful, keeping my crypto off of exchanges, preventing exchanges from being able to freeze my ability to trade whenever they feel like it. Plus, I can do my swaps right on my Decent wallet. I can take my profits without ever leaving the safety of my self-custody wallet, right? Plus, we know also that a lot of these self-custody wallets are looking at partnering and building out their own Visa and MasterCard debit cards where you can be able to spend your stable coin and stuff like that. So get in early, guys. Get yourself a Decent biometric wallet or the card wallet today. Again, use our link down below. Get a fantastic deal, guys. Not your keys, not your coins. All right, what do we have? Boom, check this out. Watch a guru breaking. United States cuts tariffs on Chinese goods from 145% to 30% for 90 days. China lowers tariffs on US from 125% to 10%. So massive, massive drawback on these tariffs. This is absolutely amazing news for the economy, guys. Absolutely amazing. So we're going to get further into it in the live stream this afternoon, so make sure you guys are here for that, what we think the effects are going to be, and much, much more. I think that this dip in the market on Bitcoin right now, I think that it's, could be a bear trap. Could be a bear trap, guys, right? Could be a little bit of a long squeeze, but I think this is going to end up propelling us to the upside in the big picture, so stay tuned for that. And finally, what do we have here? Breakout confirmed. Jasmycoin aims for multi-week highs. Jasmy's trading at 1 cent 907, posting modest gains as it rides momentum from a key technical breakout. Over the past week, Jasmy is significantly up by almost 22%, showing signs for further upward movements. Rallies past neckline, bullish setup in play. The token has officially broken out of an inverse head and shoulders pattern on the 4-hour chart, a classic reversal signal that could set the stage for a stronger upward push in the coming days. The formation, which began developing in April, completed as Jasmy crossed above the neckline resistance around 1 cent 709. Since then, the token has held above this level, flipping it into a new support, new support zone. With bullish momentum holding firm, traders are now setting their sights on the next major resistance near 2 cents 007, which Jasmy is currently, we're just a hair below. We're at 1 cent 987 right now, so just a hair below there, just a hair below. If bulls maintain control, the next upside target lies at 2 cents 304 and 2 cents 516, marking the upper bounds of the visible resistance zone. These levels also align with the projected move from the inverse head and shoulders up, shoulders setup, sorry, a sign that the rally could be far from over. Interesting. Interesting. On the downside, Jasmy has built a cushion with layered support. If the price drops, key levels to watch include 1 cent 709, followed by 1 cent 517 and 1 cent 413, the latter corresponding to the bottom of the head pattern. A break below these could invalidate the bullish outlook, but for now, the trend appears to favor the bulls. The price action comes amid a broader recovery across the crypto market, where altcoins have started to reclaim momentum after weeks of consolidation. Jasmy's current structure suggests that it could be one of the tokens to watch, especially if it clears the 2 cent threshold with volume. It actually did clear 2 cents last night, but it has fallen back below, probably because Bitcoin has had a little bit of a correction as well. As of now, all eyes remain on whether Jasmy can continue an upward trajectory and confirm its breakout with a rally towards 2 cents 5 zone. The overall market is in bullish phase with Bitcoin's recent surge that propelled altcoins to print gains and break out towards the upside. So very, very bullish. Yes, and I do believe, guys, going back to the Bitcoin chart, that Bitcoin will very likely end up back up inside this bull panic before this daily candle closes later today. Like I said, we've got about 7 hours and 45 minutes now. And if not, it'll probably wick up here, or the next daily candle later tonight will come up here. So either way, we'll be back inside of here tonight, in my opinion, guys. Primed for a green week this week. We're already back up to 102,800, working our way up as we speak. So yeah, probably shortly after I post this, we'll be back up inside here. Wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, guys, listen, I want to know what you think. We dropped 3 microcap gems on your butts on the Patreon last week, guys. We dropped the most recent one the night before last night. Everyone's going nuts on these guys. These microcap gems with utility. We're not talking meme coins that are going to rug. We're talking utility tokens, microcaps, AI sectors. We're talking decentralized finance and much, much more, guys. Get in early on these projects. Listen, we got in early. This is the effects of getting in early on these projects versus not, right? We got in back in March of 2024. We started accumulating XCN. We accumulated it for over a year, right? That sucker broke out over 500%. That alone helped us get 30 people in our Patreon hit 7-figure portfolios, right? And many, many more have hit the high 6 figures because of these calls. Calls like Onyx Coin, calls like Zbeck, right? Calls like Cookie, calls like Caspa, guys, calls like XPR, and so many more. Get in early on these plays. I'm super excited about them, guys. I'm still in accumulation mode very, very bigly right now. So come aboard. The link is down below, guys. Join us. Get in early on these projects. We're also live over on the Patreon every single day. We drop educational content, microcap gem videos, and if you need more personalized help, guys, you can book one-on-one coaching calls with me personally. Get the help that you need. You need help with exit strategies, when you should be taking profits, need a second opinion on your portfolio, need to know which microcap gems to add to your portfolio. Get your one-on-one coaching calls booked in. And we've actually recently introduced another tier level to the Patreon as well, which a lot of people are taking advantage of with the perk that we have over there. So check it out, guys. The link is down below. Once again, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.